I am tired. Ugh. It's been fucking insanely hot the past couple days. Well, I haven't streamed. And now I'm just physically burned out entirely as a result. But I don't want to nap, because I napped on Friday because my arms were still hurting. Nap did wonders. I woke up and I felt fucking amazing. And then, you know, the weekend decided to ruin everything. What else is new? And as a result, I forgot to grind tomes. Granted, I'm not sure how much I fucking care anymore. I hate this the fucking player base so much. I just can't fucking stand dealing with anybody. Seriously, if the freaking trust system wasn't so absolutely garbage, I would probably use it more often. But, like, the vast majority of the time, they're doing less damage than the players will, and there's other just weird fucking issues due to AoEs. So that whole thing's completely unreliable in the first place. Like, the vast majority of the time, technically the players are moving faster. You really have to get some shit teammates to have that not be the case. I've seen it a few times, but Unga bunga. To be fair, dude, I've had a warrior let me die after the healer died. He's like, whoops, I forgot I had abilities to heal, and he's like, fuck off, dude. Really now? It's on a 25-second cooldown. How the fuck do you forget it exists? But the sheer number of times I've seen the healer die and we just, like, fucking get through it anyways, I'm just like, wait, why did we need you again? Why were you necessary for any of this anymore? We did Asura with 1 DPS down and no healers for 50% of the HP the other day. Is that what I was capping? Thank you for the follow, LunaSmith779. I'm trying to think, was that when I was capping Bard or was that the day before? I don't remember. In the VOD somewhere. Fuck if I know where. I just know it was Bard. I was like, well, I could be doing this on something that actually does damage. Nope, we're doing it with Bard. So unfortunately meant the only thing I had for self-heal was Second Wind and maybe boosting my healing intake. And that was about it. Luckily we had Gunbreaker or Warrior on that, so it's like, again, the healers were entirely unnecessary. We just had to fucking lean in and, you know, kick ass. Also, it's not, like, the spammiest fight in the game. Like, the shit that's been released lately has been way far and beyond anything that we've ever gotten. So the 4-player dungeons, you basically don't need a healer for half of it still. Except maybe the final one in Strayburrow. That is only because it causes bleeds on an AoE attack, so... It's a bit of a dick for no reason. Again, that whole dungeon's kind of a dick for no reason. Essie, what the fuck happened? Were you just mad when you made Strayburrow? Like, what's going on here? Or were you just done with our shit? Because, like, I don't blame you. But why'd you have to take it out on me? We're not even at the point where I'm at leveling tanks either. Because with Warrior, yeah, no problem. I've done some shit. Not successfully, but I've survived way longer than I had any business doing for somebody that doesn't play tank as often. But, like, I'm not looking forward to getting to that point. The healers have proved that they are some of the worst players in the game lately. Time and time again. Just not great. That, you know, the role that's supposed to be keeping everybody alive is the most likely to be dead on the ground. Like, let me put it this way. I was explaining this to my mom and she was like, wait, if the healers are dead, doesn't that mean the entire party's screwed? She doesn't play this game. She doesn't play video games that much at all, except for, like, Animal Crossing. And she fucking understood something that basic. It's still kind of busted, yeah. It can solo through shit it really shouldn't still. Actually both, Warrior and Gunbreaker are able to solo through, Omega 12 Savage. Because, the only reason Gunbreaker can now is because they got a similar ability to Warrior where they increase their max HP and then they heal the extra difference from it. So now it's kind of in the same weird spot that Warrior is, where it could boost its HP and do odd, bizarro shit. Like, the only one that really has fucking massive issues is Dark Knight in that regard. If you know what you're doing with your oh shit button with Living Dead, you might be able to get away with something. But you just don't have the same options as the other tanks. Like, Paladin has a straight up targeted heal, Gunbreaker has a regen that they can throw on people. Warrior could just give its buff that heals itself to another player and they get the benefit as well. But Dark Knight doesn't really have that equivalency. Yeah, to be fair, considering they designed Dark Knight specifically to be the magic tank, it's always going to sit in this weird spot where it's desynced from the others. I definitely like the changes they made to Living Dead, though. Those were absolutely a plus, where you start healing yourself once your HP hits 0. But, the problem is a lot of people started using it incorrectly as a result. Because, like, anytime they make a huge change, everybody fucking spams that job. We had this with Astrologian near the end of Heaven's Ward. It was absolutely miserable because none of them knew what they were doing. So you'd get people that would pull with Living Dead. They would use Living Dead when they were at full HP. It's not a defensive cooldown, it's an oh shit button. There's a huge difference. It doesn't technically make you invincible. You keep taking the full damage. The whole point is you're supposed to die. You're supposed to die with it running. That is the whole point of it. Otherwise, you don't get any of the remaining effects on it. Yeah, look. To be fair, usually by the end of an expansion, I get bored and I start running through every single job because I fucking feel like it. Especially now that they've been doing, like, I wouldn't say easier weapons, but they've usually given me a better spot to start out with for all of them weapon-wise. So I end up playing everything. Maybe not to the point of a master, but, like, I fucking understand most of the jobs by the time I get, like, a year in. What am I at right now for caps? Hold on. Problem is, how do I count this? Because Scholar and Summoner are still fucking attached. It's like, everything's 91 or 100 except for Machinist and fucking Blue Mage, which isn't a real job in the first place. It's like, by the time I'm done, I usually fucking understand how most of the jobs work. I maybe don't catch some of the weird smaller changes. Like, I missed a lot of the stuff that's in Bard. They've made it better for AoE. Because it had weird issues due to Minuet's Pitch Perfect being a single target thing. That's AoE now. It's gotten extra AoEs. They've kind of fixed it up. But now it's still, like, it doesn't do fucking damage. It's kind of a piece of shit. It's like, why would I take Bard over taking Dancer? Which is also in that weird spot where it's like pseudo support. Your value is determined entirely by your teammates. Why would I ever take Bard over that? Like, Bard now has, as far as I can tell, the same issue in PvE as it has in PvP, where all of its value is banking on its teammates being able to do their jobs. Whereas at least Dancer, I can, you know, throw out an occasional insane burst hit once in a while. Not to mention if, hopefully, if in a 8-player party, at least one of the other DPS is worth something. Whereas Bard, it's going over everybody. So if, like, the party collectively is shit, there's nothing I can do. Yeah, damage-wise, out of the 3, Machinist is definitely the one to do if you're worried about DPS as being an issue. So I should probably actually, like, queue up so we're actually, you know, somewhat doing something. But yeah, no. Dancer is kind of in a weird spot, but, like, it's not it doesn't feel as bad as Bard does. The only way to fix Bard, I think, is like an entire full rework again, which isn't really conducive to anything. I don't think they would do it. And I'm not one of those dumbasses that's complaining that it's Bard and not Ranger. Fuck those morons. Problem is, I don't want to see Bard turn into what it was in 11, because I mained Bard in 11. 11 effectively didn't do Holy Trinity. It had 4 quadrants. And Bard was in this weird little spot all on its own because it was basically support. And occasionally did backup healing. Whereas, like, Red Mage, which would also fill that role, at least could DPS. Like, I prefer that Bard is actually committed to one fucking quadrant that actually exists and isn't in this weird spot all on its own. But it's slowly becoming that now. You're a tank main in 11 too. God, 11 was so fucked up. And unfortunately, you know how they're releasing Beastmaster as a limited job as well? Unlike Blue Mage, which at least had precedent in the other games, Beastmaster doesn't. It only shows up in 2 of them, 5 and 11. At least with main numbers. Like, it's in a bunch of the spin-offs and, like, everything else, but if you're just talking main numbers, it's only in 2, so it doesn't have a good base to work off like Blue Mage does, where they decided, we're just going to make it useless in the game, and just, like, actively chose to do that. But, like, the only reason it was a solo job in 11 was because the pet yoinked some of the EXP. So, like, why are we choosing to fuck it up and not just make it its own thing? Like, you guys had the opportunity to make it something unique, and you just decided you were going to copy 11, I guess? The problem with 5s is 5s didn't work like 11s either. In 5, it was, you captured the thing, and then you got a one-and-done ability. And then you had to go capture it again. Oh, at least the Bard's using their fucking songs, I assume. Yep. That's the other problem, because, like, the few times I've run into Bards, they're not using their songs correctly, and I'm just like, oh my god, why? Basically, no, it was actually... Okay, to be fair, 5 had weird translation problems. I think it was still called Beastmaster. Like, I would have to check again. But yeah, no, it was a one-and-done thing. Whereas in 11, it was, you get pets that kick around and fight with you. But it has far less precedent than frickin' Blue Mage did. But like, and see, you've broken the rules on Blue Mage repeatedly. The entirety of the PS1 era was you breaking the rules on Blue Mage. In 7, it was a materia. In 8, it was a limit break. That you learned the abilities through items you consumed. In 9, you ate the enemies. And then in 10, you had Lancet, which was a fucking Dragoon ability. Like, you guys haven't consistently done Blue Mage in a long time. Why are you now concerned about authenticity? When authenticity for the longest time was the last thing from your goddamn minds. Jobs are authentic. That's the point. They can't be. They don't work in game if you make them authentic. Do we want Bard to do 0 damage? No. This authentic Bard would essentially do no damage ever. And like, shit, you guys fucked up a ninja in 11 so badly it became a tank. Then after players realized they could do that, you couldn't fucking revert the abilities it had, so it just got stuck as a tank. Also, we don't have throwing items you have to pick up and then get one-time use out of anymore. That's not a thing in 14. That was a thing in 5 and 11. Then you'd have to worry about it being confused with Culinarian. Like, people have pointed out there's ways to do Blue Mage, and one of the ones I liked was that it plays as a stage magician, which lore-wise is what you guys ran it into anyways. Like, canonically, it's not a stage magician, but you guys wrote the lore so as we're being introduced to it, he's being used as a stage magician. Okay, I do have time to do. Like, if you wanted the authentic Blue Mage experience, you could have just basically done what you did with the PvP zone, where it's a separate area with separate hotbars. And then made the Masked Carnival its own separate thing, and that training room is where you could test out the spells you learned from enemies. Yeah, it would be fucking convoluted, but it'd be better than what we have. The problem is, I think they're just so adverse to adding pets into the game now. Because people are going to complain that we don't have access to, like, glamours and shit for them. Which we basically don't, because SC still refuses to update the glamour system at all. Got all of one update, which was to make the fairies glamourable, and that's it. It's all that fucking time. Like, we haven't gotten a pet class since Machinist and Heaven's Ward. And they have since stripped away most of the pet mechanics from it. Like, yeah, you summon a thing, but it almost entirely controls itself. You can't replace its position. It just does its own thing. You can't tell it to do its finisher in a worst case scenario if it's gonna run out of time, but like, that's about it. untargetable. Actually, it might be targetable. It just can't interact with, like, enemy damage or anything like that. Yeah. And before that, it's the turrets. Because, like, the turret exists in PvP. Turret is fun in PvP because it lowers enemies' defense. And gives allies a shield. It's resulted in a couple of explosions of enemy teams, from what I've played. Oh, you suck. I'm going over here. Thought Titan was a bomb. Also, I wasn't paying attention to where the cannon one went. Suck. We're gonna move a bit more. Titan's just itty bitty. I set everything to small. I had to reset it too. I had to find the command to do it. Because it didn't apply to Solar Bahamut. Rude. I used to play where the frickin' bard was standing, so I had to find a new spot. So avoid crossing over the targeted AoEs. I gotta get this off in time. But yeah, as I said, SE seems to just be allergic to adding pet classes into the game. I don't know what the fuck that's about, which I think is why Beastmaster is getting screwed over. Shit, yeah, no, the cube's not close enough. There we go. Oh god, it's nice having a bard that does Peloton. Yeah, honestly, I don't believe they actually give a shit about the pets when they actually put in proper edgy glamours, like they've been saying for like, what, 6 years now? Game, I hit the button. Do the thing. assumed when they did the rework of Summoner that we were finally getting actual edgy glamours and not just the carbuncles, and it didn't fucking happen. Because, like, the biggest issue to edgy glamours was just the variance in what the summons actually did. Fuck off. Like, over time, they changed how the summons worked, so we actually had reasons to swap between Ifrit, Garuda, and Titan. But their abilities were heavily fixed. But now they do one thing, and then we get a ability that we fire off. So, like, last expansion was the time to put in actual edgy glamours, and it still didn't happen. Like, the summons don't have full kits anymore, Essie. They are one and done things. The only thing that has a kit, and even that's like partial, is Carby. Yeah, because they're putting all their AI efforts in the trust system now. And honestly, those AI still kind of suck. Oh god, I don't know where it is. I see it, because I literally don't. There it is. Bye, healer. They didn't see where we went, did they? Yep. Bitch, you were lucky I was in a good spot in my rotation, otherwise that wasn't fucking happening. Well, it's not on me, or it'd be over slightly. Guys, you gotta pick a direction faster than that. Also, I may have gotten a little too good at reading this fight, aside from the death path thing. So I'm reading what direction the frickin' worms are facing. It's telling me where to stand without the effects going off. Like, I don't need the directional indicators. I know where they're facing. I know which ones are doing the AoEs and which ones are doing the line attacks. I don't need the actual indicators. The indicators are a frickin' crutch at this point. Ah, you only gave me the crap material I can't use. Yeah, in that case, if you're good, you're already in the spot by the time the indicators actually show up. So I'm quite literally just reading the facing direction of of each of the serpents. That's it. That's all I'm doing. It's like it always, from that point onwards, it always does 3 lines and 2 AoEs. The 2 AoEs are always going to be right next to each other. The middle one's always going to be a line attack, meaning I only have to pay attention to the edges for the first part of it. So I'm just looking for the 2 serpents on the edge that are not facing directly into the middle. Because the ones facing into the middle are the AoEs. Why you got 10 retainers? Because I can't throw anything out, dude. It's also not 10, it's 8. Also, I have that permanent discount, so, like, all that did was just result in my account being the exact same price as everybody else's. I have that lifetime legacy discount on my character. Okay, that put me at 310. Go on, 8 retainers. I still have room for at least 1 more, I think, too. I just can't be bothered. Like, the way they're set right now, I basically have every single role fulfilled. I have a tank, I have a physical ranged, I have a magic ranged, I have a healer, and I have a melee. And then one of each of the gatherers. There is technically no room for another one. If I'm just looking at setting them up to go do stuff. Also, we need more glamour dresser space. Just saying, we need more glamour dresser space. Also, out of all of those, 5 of them are capped right now. But the 3 gatherers, the healer, and the caster are capped out. The bard is in progress. 800 is not enough if you're going to keep giving us cool gear to use. Especially going to keep giving us stuff that's level 1 glamour equipment. Ah, jeez, the keys are being fast. It's always a tad concerning. Not gonna lie, just a little. What is this nonsense? Also, SC, when the fuck is the PvP season starting? Like, seriously, when the fuck is the PvP season starting? Also, did we just get a slow plotting tank? Is that what fucking happens? Why do I always get the slow ones? That just don't want to fucking move. I think we both targeted the same thing. Summoner has such a ridiculous AoE burst, but it all gets focused onto one enemy. So hello, Carby. Oh, also, I mentioned it last stream. I was gonna do a poll on, what game to play next. And then ran into a slight issue. I was like, wait, doesn't Twitch allow for polls? And when I checked, it was like, oh yeah, but they can't last more than 10 minutes, thanks Twitch. It's funny, because I could have sworn you could set them for days. Rude. Oh, fuck right off. I don't want to use a fucking summon here. Just stuck using Rowan. Also, unfortunately, SE made the whole summoner stacked thing really fucking awkward. Because, like, using Searing Light now has a secondary attachment to it, so, like, we don't have a choice. If we want a DPS, it has to get fucking used immediately. That means stepping on each other's fucking toes. Like, thanks, SE. They did that with a shit ton of abilities, too, which is frickin' annoying. That's why I think Dancer goes burr too hard now. It's like, everything Dancer does now has some fucking secondary attached to it. Shit, using technical step and it's follow-up stuff now gives you fucking 50 energy, and it's just like, oh, I just got like 50 energy from my teammates and now my meter's full. Just makes everything fucking awkward. Been a better way to update Dancer than what they did. It's too much. Also, I really wish it didn't give you the frickin' cap tomes specifically at the end. I know why it does that. Because SE got sick of us pulling shit where we were only running the first boss of a dungeon. And yes, I did that. That was back in A Realm Reborn. It was very fucking common to do. Because it was way faster for certain tomes. I hate how short range that is. It's like the tank's got shitty positioning here, so I'm not gonna AoE everything. It's just not possible. Also, if this dude was in the same spot on rotation as I was, why did you sit there and use your basic bitch summons instead of just going back into the loop? There's no point in holding on to the gems when your big damage is sitting right there. Except for Garuda, because you could place a thing down. Like, the rest of your rotation's kind of chump change compared to the big one. Probably just bad rotational position. Who the fuck knows? So if the enemies are on the verge of death, I do have to wonder, why did you use it? When you could have just not and saved it for the boss. If you see me spamming Ruin at the very end of a trash mob fight, it's because I'm saving the good shit for the boss. But, like, it depends very highly on how fucking close I am. To go instead of standing right on top of me. Seriously, having gear doesn't give you fucking brains, that's for sure. Saw somebody in here that had the fucking, a paladin that had the, weapon from one of the ENIX fights. Dude didn't seem to know that he could fucking self-heal at all, and I'm just like, dude, really? You supposedly fought one of the hardest fights currently in the game, and you're that stupid? Nearly wiped us as a result because the healer had died. Then he fucking died to tank busters, and then I fucking died. Thanatos was the only one that lived. And just barely. I was on Pictomancer. He didn't really have a choice. I was on fucking Pictomancer. He wasn't getting it off me without me dying. Like, there just wasn't any chance of it. It wasn't happening. Like, he would have had better survival abilities, but it just wasn't happening. Like, dude couldn't fucking self-heal, despite, you know, being a paladin, not a Dark Knight. I don't believe for a second you actually fucking did any hard content, because you can't do basic shit. Look at that fucking dumbass that was bragging that he did Alexandria stuff. By showing us the item from the first fight, and then he died to a line of sight attack, and this was in Void Arc. So, like, we spent the entire rest of the dungeon bullying his dumbass, because he fucking had it coming, honestly. I legitimately don't know how anybody dies to that line attack. The only people that have an excuse are the ones that maybe get turned into plants during that fight, but, like, they're usually chasing teammates around, so it's on their teammates at that point. I was hoping you would fucking move faster than that, dumbass. Jesus fucking Christ, he's so slow. It's like... Also, I genuinely don't know why the healer is just waiting till a tank's almost dead to actually do their job. Because that's happened several times now. Like, asked, what the actual fuck are you doing this whole time? Because it ain't cards. They took all the card complexity out. There is 0 fucking card complexity. So legitimately, what are you doing? No, it's the other side. Oh, fuck off. Normally, I wouldn't do this, but the tank keeps ripping things away and making this take longer. Like, yeah, bitch, you're not doing cards. There is 0 card complexity now. You're either holding on to one set of 4, or you're holding on to the other set of 4. This isn't back in the day when you were trying to make a combo that gave you AoE damage upgrades. Or shit, trying to fucking weasel your cards to give you a damage upgrade. I'm going up here. I couldn't quite read it down there. I wasn't sure where the actual safe spot was. Also, that glowing button, it's not, like, 100% useful. It's an AoE heal. So there's nothing to heal. There's no point in necessarily using it. No, I was hoping you'd move... There we go. I was hoping you would move faster, you shit. Guys, gather the fuck up. Jeez, it's not like this is random. Come on now. Healer, seriously, what are you doing? It's not cards. There's 0 card complexity. What the fuck are you doing this whole time? 'Cause it ain't your job, that's for sure. Of course it runs out right as I go for it. Of course it does. Yep. Yeah, one of them has an O. If you don't touch the O, you die. And you just have to touch it. You can actually, like, hop out of it, but if you know how to get off the platforms, you don't actually have to stay on it. You just have to hit it once. And it doesn't go away until everybody's either hit it or died. But if you hit the X's, I believe it poisons you? So, like, there is punishment for getting it fucking wrong. Yeah, I know. You've also seen me do this a couple times. I'm surprised you missed that until now. It should be 2 more runs. Those queues have been pretty fast. Shouldn't be too long. I'm getting instant queues. What the hell? Game, what the hell? What's going on? Imagine paying attention that much. Imagine it fucking giving me Tender Valley 3 times in a row. Huh. I appreciate this, honestly, except for that last thing with the boss, with the sliding paths. It's the easiest of the dungeons. I don't like Alexandria's first boss all that much. It's kind of a dick. Turn my brain off a lot in raid, let alone in dungeon. Oh my god. Sir. Excuse me. You just said something ludicrous there. I can't entirely blame the tank for pulling this one off my freaking AoE. They both spammed AoEs themselves. Like, that's not entirely on the tank. Unlike that one asshole in Strayborough who went out of their way to fucking yoink them off the damn AoE. Tank, your positioning is god-awful, my dude. Can you just fucking move the rest of the garbage? AoE radius is a thing. If I'm not hitting everything, you need to move. Also good, apparently the sun decided to come up. It's been fucking cloudy most of the morning. Hank, move your butt. I've got things to do. Got things to do and they're only gonna stay up for so long. Okay, I should not be fighting for enmity against the Pictomancer. There we go, there's the hammer. Hank, why must you always insist on going the complete opposite direction and not choosing until it's too late for me to make a change? Bruh. It doesn't matter, but, like, that's fully out of my frickin' radius if he goes the other direction. Oh yeah, no, this is going a lot faster than the last group. I played Pictomancer today, but if I get, like... Friggin' Alexandria or Straybro is gonna be a huge pain in the ass I just don't want to deal with. Like, Summoner is definitely the turn my brain off and just fucking kill things. Even Red Mage isn't that simple anymore. It's fucking sad. Also, Essie, stop extending the damn finisher on Red Mage! You technically did it again! It only applies with Manification, but it still makes me mad. It doesn't need finisher extenders! It has too many! They added a thing on Manification that if you use your entire combo correctly, it gives you an additive. Granted, they had to fix it because Manification didn't last long enough to actually get those fucking abilities off. So, like, technically they extended the finisher again. It's now a 7-hit combo. Not counting dash in and out. You know, that thing it didn't need. So it's a 6-hit combo when Manification is gone, but it's a 7-hit if Manification is up. I'm just like, why? Why did you do this? I also just don't like Grand Impact. I'm sorry, it feels awkward on single target. It's fine on AoE. On single target, it feels like I'm not playing Red Mage anymore. If you're in your finisher, you can't res. That's why it's annoying me that they keep extending it. Like, yeah, you have stop points, but maybe don't extend it constantly. We wouldn't need those. It's like, if you're in certain parts of your finisher and you try to res, congrats, the rest of your finisher is gone. Like, the stop points happen after your melee, and then before you use the extender part of Manification, the 7th hit. If you're in the wrong spot, you're gonna get smacked. And again, you know, friggin' Smudge and his weird hitbox. Still don't know what the fuck is up with Smudge. I very clearly walked into attacks and not gotten hit. Because Smudge is so weird. I think I did that on stream. I think it's in the VODs where I very clearly smudged into one of the Heartstring Honeybee and nothing happened. Like, the VODs are still quite a bit behind for 14. I think this week is the first week of Arcadion, I think. I actually have to check. I'm pretty sure it's this week. You have to keep in mind, I'm putting like 3 or 14 VODs up every week right now. Kind of lost track of what's actually going up and what's still in the bank. Oh, and there have been no more troll copyright claims since that one summoner VOD, and that one fell off. That one fell off weeks ago. Like, if anybody's curious about that, yeah, there hasn't been any more problems. God damn it. Sorry, Iffy. You're just gonna have to chill. I know that it's not something you normally do, but you're gonna have to chill. Rude. But he got that dog in. God damn it. Rude! Fuck off! Oh, right, it cancels if I do it that way. Fuck, SE. Just fucking extend that second hit, damn it. It shouldn't be so fucking short range. Like, in PvP, it's way too long range. Here, it's way too damn short. Like, I can get hit by that second hit of Ifrit's thing without even seeing the summoner in PvP. It hits you from a fucking mile away. Leave it right there. Once it teleports back to mid, it should still be in the AoE. Why would you do this? was some fucking bullshit. They were all aimed the exact same way. The one fucking fight where I've seen people, you know, actually consistently use their knockback resistance. Because boy, are people allergic to using their knockback resistance. There we go. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. What do you mean I've only been streaming for over an hour? We're almost done with the tomes. Fuck, the queues have been good. I'm not leveling, because that's kind of a waste. Trials is only 15. Why would you do this? I was gonna say do something other than expert. But with normal raids, I would have to get one of the new things. Otherwise, it would not equal out what I need. So never mind, we're doing expert again. Like, if I got one of the new things, then I'd be 10 short. In which case, trials would be fine. Or I would need, the final boss. And I don't think that would give me 20. Game loves to shortchange. Seriously, the raids should give more than what they give, because I think they only give like 10. Why? Wrong thing. There we go. Yeah, apparently I'm just gonna have to do the exact same thing over and over again. Then again, any time not spent working on tomes is being burned into Machinist, which is why I didn't want to use the Alliance raid. Since it has the highest potential to give me the most EXP. It just means I do one more run and then I go take a snack break. One of my weird Japanese snacks. They still have a couple sitting around. Oh, also verdict on those super sour vinegar chips. My mom says they taste like the vinegar chips she used to get as a kid. I'm not a huge fan, but I also don't like vinegar that much. They're alright. Also, my Kit Kats got very melty. It got hot really all of a sudden, and they did not like that. So I had to shove them in the fridge, but they're still very melty looking. Yeah, no, the chips are halfway decent. So, like, not a total disappointment, but not my thing. And the Kit Kats are still good even though they're melty. It's like, it's not, they're caramel Kit Kats, but they don't have like a layer of caramel in them. It's like caramel flavored chocolate. It's weird. I don't know how else to explain it. This is the one time it's actually using the queue for once. Game, seriously, why was I getting instants? Yeah, I don't know how else to explain it. So I think we've had like Kit Kats with caramel layers in them before. I really wish we committed to weird Kit Kat flavors as much as Japan does. Like, they come out, but they're almost always like limited edition. Or they're the big, thick, chonky Kit Kats and not the regular or traditional ones. Like, I like the big, thick ones, but, we just don't commit to it as much. To just various flavors. Arrow, of all things, has been committing to weird flavors. Because they've got, like, truffle Kit Kat. They've got truffle Arrow bars now, which... I don't know why. Arrow's not as good as it used to be, honestly. Most American chocolate brands are not as good as they used to be. Except Coffee Crisp. Coffee Crisp is still chugging along, being amazing. I don't think we get paydays here. I've heard of them before. I don't think they're something we get here. And then again, you guys don't get Coffee Crisp. Seriously, if you ever get a chance to try Coffee Crisps, fucking take it. It's so good. Every once in a while, Coffee Crisp is specifically trending on Twitter, and everybody's just like, yeah, no, it's the best candy and best fucking chocolate in forever. It's a wafer chocolate bar that has a light coffee flavoring to it, like a cream in between the layers, and it's covered in chocolate. Like, the only reason it hasn't fallen in quality is because it's just a very thin layer of chocolate. It's mostly a wafer. It's mostly a wafer cookie. But it is so fucking good. Like, I'm not a huge coffee fan, and I love the damn things. Oh, yeah, Alexandria.
To the memories of better days, I bid farewell.
Yeah, no, seriously, if you get the chance to fucking try it, it's so good.
Have you heard? Princess Fiend is here.
Well, time to watch the tank not gather the mobs correctly on the first pull, so that it can't AoE anything. Oh no, never mind, they might actually be forced to pull correctly. Nope, still just gonna sit there and not do anything. Nice. There we go. Fuck's sake. I see so many tanks that just don't bother, and then, like, I literally cannot AoE, because they're not close enough. Not even close enough here, either. Oh, no, one of them just died really fucking fast.
Your smile means all is right with the world.
If I smile, it is because you all smile for me.
Hank, I really hope you grabbed those properly. Rude. Stop that. Picto, pick it up. I'm not using my freaking big summon on this. Why would you use that here? Fuck. What a waste of a cooldown. It's not only a waste for the Picto that gives everybody a damage bonus. You can't move it like fucking... like Black Mage can with their ley lines now. It's fixed where it goes. That's why it's fucking... its radius is so fucking massive. Also, yes, I'm playing fucking chicken. In case it wasn't obvious by that one fucking AoE. I hate this boss so much. It's such a dick. It's not overly complicated. Shit's just annoying to deal with. And I was like, I'd so much rather not. Not even the worst one, because, like, Stray Burrow exists. And, like, everything in Vanguard exists. But I would still very much rather not be fighting this. The rest of the boss is not so bad. This, fuck you.
You are my people, and I will protect you. The painful memories of war I lay to rest.
Foreign entities detected. Proceeding with removal.
Also, SE. It just occurred to me we basically replicated the same dungeon 3 times over. For the final dungeon for the plot. Like, this is just Amarot and the dead ends all over again. We're dealing with some uber-powered entity that's explaining the history of their world to us. Like, I know Endwalker's freaking, Shadowbringers was very successful. Why have we replicated it twice now?
There are people over there. Bring us closer.
Gotta run back. Twice though? The same fucking fighting games here. Like, what the hell? You have to wonder how many people even catch that they've essentially done the frickin' Amarot 3 times over now. world, and then you fight said super powerful entity at the end. We've literally done Amarot 3 times over. I just find it hilarious. It's like, is this going to be the formula for now until forever? Are we ever going to do something else at the end of the expansions? Or is this just what it is forever and for always? Also, secondary question. Did they do basically the exact same thing in 16? Because Yoshida's responsible for that as well. I haven't played 16 yet. I just need a yes or no. I don't care otherwise. Might be the only one out of like the major players around here that has, and I don't think he even finished it. I'm not 100% sure, because he's been starting a lot of games and then not finishing them. Though, to be fair, I feel like if I didn't stream, I probably wouldn't finish as many games as I do, and I've quit several of them on stream. Guys, I need room. Thank you. I just need to not fucking die. Yeah, no, honestly, streaming has resulted in me finishing most of the games I end up playing.
My final endless.
Well, to be fair, you can, like, aim for all the achievements in a fighting game, but if you care about rank, yeah, no, fighting games don't exactly end. Hank, I can't do my thing because you didn't do your job. They die off for a while till a new character comes out. Also, yes, I am aware of, what's her name? Lucy being added to freaking Guilty Gear of all things.
They've done it! They've prepared the queen!
I haven't even watched that freaking anime yet.
Not until
I don't do streaming services. That's the thing with fighting games is it's not like they ever reset their ranks. Tank, what are you doing? Dude, did you actually get lost on a straight path? How did you do that? No, I meant Cyberpunk Edge Runners. They pulled a fucking crossover character from that. Again, I don't know why. Oh, jeez, we melted everything. Also, isn't Guilty Gear getting another anime?
Initiating level 9. Activate prominence. Engaging for...
I could have sworn I heard it was getting another anime. I might have just heard wrong. I don't fucking know at this point.
Attempting removal via incision.
To be fair, Blaze Blue got like a bunch of weird shit. Though to be fair, its anime made the fucking time looping thing make more sense. Even though a lot of people didn't like the anime, you at least understood what the fuck it was that people were experiencing when the fucking time resetting looping happened. Yeah, that's on my wish list, but I can't be fucked to buy it, honestly.
Acquiring target. Exterminating.
Hi, me!
Commencing final attack sequence. Attempting annihilation via high-powered energy discharge.
Can I seriously just leave this one? Fuck. There we go. Get out of here.
Initiating final attack protocol. Foreign entities remain. Resuming annihilation.
I am surprised that worked. That was kind of off-timed there. The smidge. I probably should have gone into the wall.
Annihilation. Annihilation. Annihilation.
Now, minion. Ah, it gave me junk again. Cool. Seriously, I can't use tier 11s. I don't raid. They don't do me any good. The only reason to have them is to meld into raid gear that's crafted. I just realized I had one more than I thought I did. I see, you gotta figure out what the fuck you're doing with materia, by the way. Either stop giving us more tiers over it, or, like, give us something that actually uses the lower tiers. So, like, except for the original relic weapon, we haven't done anything with the old materia in ages now. Settle down or figure something out, because, like, you can't just keep adding more tiers of materia. You figured this out with dark matter and just adjusted it for the levels, but you won't do it with materia for some reason. I've done raids on stream before, back when Coil of Bahamut was the thing to do. Problem is the Miracle Knights were garbage. Like, we had to keep reminding the summoner they needed more extra accuracy or their fucking pet was gonna miss. So, like, we never got past, turn 4 ever, because that was old school. That was the earliest set of raids. And now you can just solo every single one of them. Yeah, it left such a bad taste in my mouth, I never wanted to fucking go back. It's just... Yay, cool. I got literally nothing out of it for the few times we ever did it. Nobody ever fucking showed up on time. So we were or didn't show up at all, so we either had to constantly cancel or find replacements. I kept getting fucking yelled at for some reason, because I was the bard back then. This was, the way you did turn 2 was by just bum rushing it. Letting it go into rage mode and then just running ballad onto the healers. And like, they were all shit at their jobs half the time. You couldn't get them to change their minds on how to do certain things. Like, the reason we were stuck on turn 4 is because we couldn't do it the way most people were doing it. I'm like, hey, here's the secondary way people are doing it. And they utterly refused to do that. The tanks fucking refused. So we never got a clear on it. I was like, had we at least fucking tried, we maybe had a chance at clearing it. Like, I did raids after they were the Coil of Bahamut stuff. After I left, okay, it wasn't really left. Like, half the group went to join Lunar. Like, the half that wasn't fucking insane. Because I literally logged out and then logged back in one day and the entire thing had fucking imploded due to some drama I had missed. And it all gone to join a completely different FC. Which, you know, shows how fucking stable that was to begin with. But yeah, no, they were physically incapable of, like, listening or adding other ideas into their head at all. Lunar's big fucking issue is the fact that they were just seemed to be completely adverse to having players online. Like, we had ways of communicating outside the game. Fuck if they would ever use them. Like, we needed the leader on for all of, like, 5 minutes to put something down so we could use it in the house. And they just fucking refused to contact them, and I'm just like, guys, seriously? What's the worst you could do? Say no, I'm busy? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, we had the fucking hardest time clearing Titan's EX. Because they kept insisting on bringing the worst player with us, to the point that, like, we might as well just had an empty DPS slot for how useful they were. They were constantly off the side, couldn't play their job for shit. Which is really fucking problematic because Bard had a lot of buttons back then. Yeah. Because, like, I understood him not wanting people to fuck with the house design. That was whatever. But, like, you guys couldn't ask him to come online for 5 minutes to place the item down for us. That we had just spent, like, the entire week trying to get set up because that was the group crafting thing that exists in housing. Yeah, Bard's getting kind of fucky with the bloat. At least you don't have to worry about the songs quite as much anymore, because, like, there's a long time between the cooldowns now. But it's not quite as bad as Dancer's button bloat. Like I said, everything Dancer does now has some secondary attachment to it. It's too much. Some secondary, or in some cases, third thing attached to them now. So his buttons are compressed, technically, but fuck, you're going to have to be hitting, like, everything multiple times. It's too much. But yeah, no. Lunar was just, like, a huge mess. I'm just like, seriously, why were you guys so opposed to asking people to log in to do things? I don't understand that part. They were at least willing to do different shit if a strategy wasn't working. Because I remember Bismarck EX. The way we ended up having to do it was, on the second half, all the ranged players would go onto Bismarck's back and all the healers, while the melee and the tanks would stay behind and deal with the ads, because we weren't killing the ads fast enough. That was the problem. So on the second round of Bismarck coming in, the melee would go onto his back, limit break, and then hop off. and then the rest of us would hop on the third rotation. That's how we were killing it. And it worked really well for the group. Wasn't your FC per se. To be fair, the leader of Lunar kicked me out because he basically wanted to quit, and I was still in there because I was just like, fuck it, I don't care anymore. Just gave me another place to hang out. But he basically kicked me out for that sole reason, and then he quit himself. And like, the FC's been in several other hands since then, because I know Draven logged back in. And he was like, yeah, no, it handed the FC to me, and then he left. So like, he basically permanently quit. I've seen him running around since then. So I know he's not fucking gone. I don't know who the fuck is actually leading Lunar anymore, because I think it's still technically around. But it wasn't his for quite a while, I can tell you that much. Just like, yeah, no. Like, one day a bunch of the people left, didn't say goodbye. That was, I think, during my first arthritis attack, so I was fucking miserable that whole time. Because, like, my arthritis attacks are fucking painful when they are being bad. So bad that they literally squished my discs. Which is why, like, now I'm fucking permanently disabled. Fun with that. But yeah, no. A bunch of the members just fucking took off. I think started their own FC, and then I think all of them quit, because I literally haven't seen any of them running around since Stormblood. Start of Stormblood, I think. That's about it with that group. I used to be in the right Discord, but left. Eh. We were playing back before Discord got really big. I think we were still using Skype back then. When we did Bismarck EX. Also, the fact that Bismarck EX is the first one keeps throwing me the fuck off. I'm like, every time I get regular Bismarck, I'm like, wait, what do you mean this is 58? Oh, right. It's technically the second one, not the first. It's the other way around. But for some reason, the EXs decided to go the opposite order. Yeah, before, Discord was kind of like made popularized by raiders, from what I understand. They pitched it to the 14 community, and that's where it really got going. But like, those early days, most of us weren't using Discord. You still have to prove that. Yeah, we weren't using Vent. Like, anytime we had to do actual, like, voice communication, we were still using Skype back then. Which I think is the last time I ever used Skype. To be perfectly honest. Like, I think I disabled its ability to do anything on this computer, because I didn't want to fully get rid of it, but I don't want it fucking opening on its own. I use Skype a lot. It originally was like MSN Messenger. I didn't join the Vents crew on Phantasy Star Universe because PC and PS2 had a group that used Ventrilo a lot. But I just didn't like voice chat back then. I didn't want to talk to people. I was like, we have a perfectly good text chat. Why the fuck do you guys want to talk to each other? I'm still pissed off that they basically discontinued Messenger, but they mushed it into the email function. So now I'm still getting fucking, like, alerts about people's birthdays. I'm like, dude, I haven't talked to these fuckers in, like, 20 years. Why the fuck do I want to know when their birthdays are? I'm not even friends with a couple of them anymore. I have no idea how to fucking disable it, so it just keeps happening. Shit, I think I have one of them blocked at this point, too, and it still keeps alerting me about their birthday. Like, fuck off. Ugh. Anyway, I should probably take, a break right about now. It's been a while. If I want to talk. Yeah. To be fair, part of the reason, there was like 2 reasons I started streaming. One is because I was having difficulty talking, and I still do to some extent. Getting better. Though I still think I had a fucking stroke in my early 20s, which probably isn't helping with that. I gotta get that shit looked at. It's just not until I get a doctor assignment. That way, everything's actually fucking localized in one spot, so I'm not having to fucking fight with a million doctors. Yeah, I had this really bad vertigo episode. I think it was potentially a stroke, because I have, like, my one eyelid's kind of droopy now still, and I have, like, other problems. Oh, yeah, no, you haven't seen my early shit. I stuttered a lot. I also have fucking Jacob Tutu syndrome, essentially. I constantly repeat myself. That's not as bad, but, like, nobody ever fucking hears me the first time. So I always end up having to repeat myself instead, and it's just like, yay. And the second one was just to make sure I didn't fucking waste my entire afternoon by sleeping, because if I lay down to take a nap, I'm out for like 3 or 4 hours, and I just lose the entire goddamn day. That's true, but I'm very hard of hearing. Dude, it's not even just you. It's like everybody. I have to fucking constantly repeat myself with Thanatos as well, but I think his audio is fucking borked on his new computer. Because, like, his Discord sounds like shit now. It sounded fine for, like, one fucking session, and now it just sounds like garbage. So I think either his Discord is borked or his computer's audio is borked. I don't know which one. I was like, I have to repeat myself around everybody. That includes my mom. But I have to keep telling her to wear a fucking hearing aid, because half the time I think it's just because she's not wearing the damn thing. She got into some bad habits after her partner fucking broke it. I don't know if that was intentional or not. It's hard to fucking tell, but her partner's dead now, so I don't know why the fuck she's, like, not, you know, wearing her fucking hearing aid for the betterment of her fucking hearing. Yeah, I don't know. Something's fucking wrong, and I'm pretty sure it's on his end. Because, like, if it were on my end, you'd think it would be affecting streams, but it's only a Discord issue. Ugh. But yeah, no. I gotta go get snacks. I gotta take a quick break. Jeez, I seriously got all of that done in less than 2 hours? That's wild. Imagine wearing a hearing aid. Wearing hearing... What? Dude, that sentence didn't quite make sense. But yeah, no, my aunt's needed a hearing aid for a while. Let me put it this way. Do not hold your phone to your ear by pushing it up against your shoulder. We think that's how she damaged her hearing. That she's been pinching a fucking nerve for like the past 40 years. You know, protect your hearing. Don't do stupid shit. Also, I need to stop playing with my pens. Just fucking yeeted it onto the floor. Okay. But yeah, no. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna put the iCam on. I'm gonna run some ads. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. I got a snack. One of the things for my Tokyo treat crate. It's like 7 spice and mayo or something? 7 spice and mayo Corinto. Let me open this. Ah, that's pungent. Not squid chips pungent, but that's pretty fucking strong. Huh. Let's see, how are these? It almost tastes like mayo chup. What the fuck? Oh, there's the spice. Okay. Oh. Okay, not bad. Also, I've been obsessed with mayo chup. I've always liked ketchup and mayo together. I just kind of figured that bottling it together wouldn't be a great idea. It's actually not bad. Alright. It's time for Machinist. Bye, Carby. I guess I should try and... No, we don't need emotional support, Carby. Not right now, anyways. You forgot to lay dinner out? How you thought you did? Oof. Okay, these are pretty fucking good. Oh. Okay. What part of Crystal Tower is it today? I realized I didn't pick it out at lunch. Oops. Oh, seriously, we're waiting on one healer. What the fuck you doing? I see, seriously, you gotta do something about this. Dude, you'd probably still be better than half the fucking healers I run into. I always keep insisting I'm bad at tank, and then I see what bad at tank actually means. And then I'm like, oh, wait, no, I'm not as bad as I think I am. Like, dude, as long as you can put cardio on the right fucking target, you're better than half the fucking goddamn healers I run into. part of my AoE shit. Nice. You know, tanks, how about doing your jobs, please? Like, we could have AoE'd this shit and y'all just sat there and did nothing. The tanks also don't know what the fuck they're doing. Don't spin the fucking boss, dumbass. Not that difficult. Also, if you ain't tanking, don't stand in front of it. Every time I'm in here, there's always like 2 tanks standing right in front. I'm just like, what the fuck are you idiots doing? Also had half the fucking Alliance die to level 150 death in here before. That was fun. That was one of those I'm fucking out moments. Turn their tank stance off now. Before it was a fucking difficult time to get them to turn it the fuck on. Now you can't get them to turn it off and they will just keep fighting each other instead of just, you know, taking the fucking high road and shutting the damn thing off. You don't need it on all the time. Either fucking shark so that, you know, it's not fucking bouncing back and forth like a goddamn pinball. Or turn your fucking tank stance off once you're close to the main tank's enmity. It's not that hard. Don't making it more difficult than it needs to be. The problem is I've seen that go one step further, which is why I've been having issues with stages. They just refuse to move their cardia. It's like, the off tank will then become the main tank, and they'll never fucking move it. So it's like, cool, all that extra healing you could be doing is now going into literally nothing. You dumbass. And I'm not even doing hard content, and these people are that fucking stupid. To run into the dumbest shit humanly possible. I literally don't know how any of you got to level cap half the time. Hi, Thanatotes. Dude, if you play 3, definitely play the 3DS version or one of its ports. Because the Pixel Remaster is mechanically boring. Am I even supposed to be hitting that one? 240. 270. Yeah, I know. I probably should have checked that sooner. I was just like confident I was correct. I got you a Vex keychain. Nah. To be fair, like, don't play the 3DS version specifically, because unfortunately, out of all of them, for that one, it is the weakest of them. Because they locked a bunch of stuff behind the mail feature, so you can't even get into the bonus dungeon. Dude, really? You're just AFK? Just ate an AoE for no fucking reason? Just because the healers can heal you doesn't mean they should have to, dumbass. But yeah, the 3DS remake is, like, mechanically more interesting, but don't play the 3DS version specifically. Well, unless you don't give a shit about the bonus dungeon. If you don't give a shit, it's fine. If you actually want to run it, play literally any other version. Remastered's fine, but the OG version is very mechanically uninteresting. No, Pixel Remaster is based on the OG version, which is why I said it's not mechanically interesting. And the Pixel Remasters are like absolute base versions with quality of life adjustments and new graphics. So like the 5 one doesn't have the bonus dungeon either. It is stripped down from all the extra fluff that has been added to them over the years. This is the problem with everything being in a different spot now, because my buttons have gotten too complex. Rude. You know, there was a shit ton of you over there, and none of you bothered to do your jobs, huh? Wipe here because they weren't hitting the damn buttons before. Why did you pull? Nobody's in the room, asshole! Mare. Actually, I have no idea if I'm getting that right. Also, I'm trying not to die to Cerberus. Please leave it there. Please do not move the goo. Sir! Must you be rude? Must you be an asshole? Has anybody killed the gastric juice by accident overthinking this, by the way? I've never seen it happen myself, but I swear, it's kind of happened at least once, right? Also, don't put this fucking goo pile so far away that it screws up everybody else. Don't do that shit. I put it in the corner. Call me Shap. Okay. Well, it has an HP bar. I kind of assumed it could be. I've just never seen it happen. It's like, nobody's quite as murder hobo as they used to be in A Realm Reborn, so, Like, people used to be so murder hobo-y that they'd kill the stabs on the first boss of Circus Tower, even though they just instantly respawn. Thing is, I go into the thing's stomach every time, so I don't know if anybody's targeting it or not. Please actually do your jobs and don't just sit there. I'm sick of this thing fucking aggro going rage mode because you guys screw it up. Like, it could be invincible for all I know. But, like, then why does it have an HP bar? Why make it targetable at all, then? Like, the goo pile doesn't have an HP bar. Just the gastric juice. Which brings up a whole host of other questions, because, like, why? If it's to make sure you can see the gastric juice, then why doesn't the goo pile have a marker? When both are needed to do the mechanic correctly. Just because you wanted to instant kill people with the goo. That it, Essie? Did you just want to get instant gibs? Oh yeah, no, they don't design the game like this anymore. For good goddamn reason. Like, the entirety of Labyrinth of the Ancients, quite frankly, needs a redesign, and they still haven't done it. Yeah, that too. Especially, again, because Circus Tower. Where it drops, like, 5 items on one chest. Oh, God. Damn it. Oh, and this dude doesn't know what they're doing. That's delightful. I am getting the fuck out of the way. Also, remember back in the days, those didn't have an indicator. Why are you guys provoking at all? No wonder I had issues on the first boss. Because, like, we didn't have damage split indicators on Zonde. Despite the fact that he had damage splits. I did not mean to do that. Oh well. The frickin' physical damage stone skin's already gone. Also, the fact that things still have stone skin. Stone skin's been out of the game for a while now. Guys, this must be the only group I've seen that doesn't know you can stand in the clouds. Also, I don't know why that dude just sprinted into the meteor when somebody was already there. Yeah, it didn't have an indicator for the damage split. There weren't tank buster indicators on anything. So you just had to know they were going to do a shit ton of damage. Bitch, get back here. not the worst I've seen. I've seen her get away with 0.1 before. There's still NPCs that have the ninja's old stances, actually. The ninjas in Kugane Castle have one of them. And shit, in Stormblood during the plot, Thancred has one of them, despite the fact that they took them out for Stormblood. So the players didn't even have them anymore at that point. Shit, I think Alphino had stone skin at that point too, which is really weird. I think that also got removed at the same time. There's just a bunch of weird shit floating around that still exists for whatever goddamn reason. Not to mention the NPCs ignore pits. If you were to try to teleport over that one pit when it does the illusion thing, you have to walk over that narrow path. Thancred can jump over it. If you try to do that with Ninja yourself, you go straight into the pit. The NPCs ignore falling, but the players have instant drop if we so much as try to do the exact same thing. Also, SE, did you ever get around to updating your fan kit for PvP? Because, like, the last time I checked it, it still had the previous set of abilities. You know, back in those days when you used to update Red Mage every single time, and it was either you were removing manification or you were adding it in. Seriously. They didn't know how to fucking balance PvP at the end of what the fuck was the mode? Feast? Back when you were collecting coins? Literally every PvP update, Red Mage was either gaining or losing manification. It's like, I know some people don't like that PvP's abilities are much more static now, but, like, we can't go back to that either. We can't go back to the days when they clearly had no idea what they were doing. At least they ditched the gear being needed for PvP, because that was a terrible idea. Like, of course people were gonna win trade to get the gear. Like, Essie, what the actual fuck did you think was gonna happen? And that we didn't have a ranked mode back then. That was when Fold existed, when you're doing last man standing. Not only have you that, but we are still using the PvE skills in PvP, which was a terrible idea. It meant that if your team had a summoner, you just picked your white mage back up off the ground. You just picked the healer back up and oh, suddenly all that work you did to kill a healer didn't matter anymore. There's reasons I didn't really give a shit about PvP in its early days. Like, now I actually care. Now it actually feels like a separate entity. Garuda? Are you fucking kidding me? Who the fuck got me stuck in here? Holy shit, do none of you have tank stance on? Like, what the fuck was that? There is another thing that honestly needs an update. People either don't know how the tornadoes work anymore, or they just ignore them. If you don't kill her fast, then you have to do the tornadoes, which fucking sucks. Also, the rocks matter, which is also kind of a problem still. Also, tank, not mid. Like, you guys gotta pick a fucking direction so we know where to go. Also, you actually have to tank her against the wall, dumbass. Wish that Garuda was fucking adjusted so we didn't have so much fucking struggle all the goddamn time. There's no reason for it to be happening, but fuck if you can ever get the tanks to move immediately. Like, keep out the rest of the tornadoes. Leave only the center one, where you have to stand in the middle. And it would, like, wildly fix most of it. Because, like, she doesn't live long enough for us to see the conga line part. So why leave in the triple tornadoes? Because fuck if you can get the tanks to move. So I'll do... No. I got Cloud of Darkness's card again. Ooh! Okay, there's the timers. Oh, time to open dumb fishing game. Just like... Wait, hold on. Let me check real quick. Turn that off. What is the time on the actual dungeon I need to do? Just as bad. Never mind. Okay, we're playing dumb fishing game. I'm stuck waiting. See if I can line this up so it can actually be fucking viewed. No, we're not gonna make this visible. There we go. That's a bit better. I was getting instant cues on expert. What the hell is this? Okay, where even is the game? We're opening Fishing Tail. So at least it's something to do and I want all the achievements. And this is just it. So like, buckle up, it's not that much more interesting. But it's something to do. It's like, what the fuck is this 25-minute queue nonsense? Guessing everybody got done with all the, like, tanks and healer leveling, even though I do tanks last. Because I have zero patience for other players. The healers have proved themselves to be shit this expansion, so I am not looking forward to that. Boy, am I not looking forward to that. Like, shit, I couldn't even find good healers on day one of the expansion. Or, well, early access. There were numerous times where I saw either healers just let people die for no reason, or let themselves die for no reason. Like, I don't know how you sit there and die as White Mage, but I saw that a few times. Just because they decided not to heal themselves ever. And you find games in your library. How many things have you just bought because they were on sale or they're in a Humble Bundle package? Also, I keep telling you guys on games that I'm actively saying kind of suck, and yet you guys buy them anyways. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here? I can't be that persuasive, right? So I've been fucking complaining about Labyrinth the Refrain for a while now. I'm like, half of you have it on your wish lists. I'm still trying to figure out what to fucking do about that game, by the way. Because I think what I'm going to end up doing is just trying to record the bosses to see if I can clear them on a lower difficulty. Because I just do not have the energy to fucking re-level, like, literally every unit. Oh. Side note, the new game plus speedrun for Labyrinth of Refrain is under an hour. No, I don't know how. Though I totally understand why they're doing it on New Game Plus and not New Game. That way they can actually level units and shit. My guess is it's probably suffering from the same thing that 10.2 does. It's too volatile on New Game. Those are good. Okay. Yeah, because at that point you're basically just burning through it. Like, you're basically one-shotting bosses and shit. Yeah. Yeah, speedrunners will look for any excuse to do something dumb. I was learning 13 speedrun for a while. But like now they're up to animation optimizations and shit. Damn it. Actually leaking anything? Or no. Like, the lid on my waifu cup doesn't sit quite right anymore. But I can't tell if it's leaking or just condensation. Plus, occasionally some stuff gets on, like, a part of the lid and that leaks onto me. The problem with the Steam version is they'd have to completely rewrite the entire speedrun to account for whatever the fuck is going wrong with that game on PC. So, like, I'm pretty sure they're using specifically the PS3 version. It's also one of the Final Fantasies I'd never recommend to another person. Because unfortunately, if you're not willing to interact with its systems, you will have a bad time. And yet, they designed it in a way that doesn't necessarily encourage you to interact with its systems. You know, the auto battle thing. Like, 9 times out of 10, if I see somebody casually playing 13, they're not using the paradigm shifts and they're exclusively using auto battle. If you're not paradigm shifting constantly, and like, you can get away with just the auto battle, but if you're not paradigm shifting constantly, you're not gonna fucking beat the game. You're gonna be miserable and have a bad time. Like, the game is entirely designed around paradigm shifting constantly. And that's not even accounting for the ATB resetting thing that the speedrunners do. For every 12 seconds, if you hit the a paradigm shift, right as the ATB empties out, it fully refreshes the entire thing. And you don't even really have to count that. Like, 12 seconds is about the time it takes for the ATB to empty, refill, and then empty again. Roughly. And you can count it for your allies as well, even though you can't see their ATB specifically. And the thing is, it's in 13 too as well. It's just a lot harder to not do it without counting because Sarah's animations are way too snappy. So it ends up feeling like the timing's a lot stricter. And I don't think it actually is. Also, what I always find funny is that it's really easy to find out that trick exists if you're just so much as paradigm shifting optimally at all. Like, I found out about that before I even looked up the speed run. It wasn't that hard to find out it was there. You just had to actually paradigm shift. The other thing I usually see casual players do is they start putting points in the Crystarium in the other branch, the other job paths when they unlock. Don't do that. It has twice the fucking cost as the main paths that the characters are given. Don't waste it on that unless you're going for all the bosses. Don't do that until you're actually cleared out the original paths. Unless you actually know what the fuck you're doing, don't fucking put points into them right away. Really shouldn't have been... Honestly, that's another SE screw-up on that one. They really shouldn't have unlocked until you beat the game. Like, I think the speedrun still gives Vanille some commando levels because it allows her to help juggle the boss. Pretty much just like one fucking boss fight. Oh, also, there's one fight where you'll never see one of the animations unless you don't use the auto battle. Lightning's freaking Gunblade will be used as a gun during one fight. The problem is the game prioritizes on the auto battle Ruin instead of the basic auto attack. But if you use the basic auto attack, she uses it like a gun. And outside of cutscenes, she'll basically never do that. There's so much weird shit in 13 that you will just never see if you don't bother to actually interact with the game. Also, don't waste your time with Vanille's death ability. It is literally garbage and almost never fucking works. In a lot of cases, you could kill something faster than that thing would ever go off. I've used it like 100 times, and it's never worked. It is easily one of the worst instant kill abilities in any of the games. Oh, yay! The game's actually telling me a number, and I'm still above 50! Hold on. I don't know how my cursor... My coaster got stuck to the bottom of my cup somehow. Are you being difficult? There we go. Weird, because that thing's like stuck to the table all the time. How the hell did I manage to pull it off this time? Ah, damn, weird shit. Also, I've almost entirely drank this fucking cup, by the way. Already halfway through it. I blame the fact that I have to wait for cues. So hold on, I gotta like click in the game. There we go. So I did see that was whining at me. And I think we still have the AFK kick timer. I think. Still have zones, so I think the AFK kick timer is still implemented. Like, I actually gotta pay attention. Go figure. Also, how long do you guys think until Twitter's just straight up dead, by the way? It's like, it just got banned in Brazil. Apparently it was its third highest user base. Go figure. Then again, if my experience with MapleStar is any indication, the Brazilians are really obsessed with the internet. Because boy, was that a constant thing in MapleStory. Still have Twitter so much, yeah. To be fair, it was falling apart before Muskrat took over, but just gotten worse since. It's like, I've had constant issues with it, like, prior to that. Probably another 6 years. I don't know. They lost a huge chunk of its user base, so unless he, like, actually bends over backwards to get them on, which he probably won't. No. Because, like, literally the entire "it got banned in Brazil" thing came down to him not banning users when requested. Despite the fact that he has literally constantly banned users when governments requested. So long as they are authoritarian and right-wing, he has done so. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it has. But like, the internet has proved time and time again that making right-wing social media apps doesn't really pay. Like, Truth Social's fucking falling apart now. Like, anybody that was actually invested in that was probably doing it because it was a meme stock. Didn't actually believe it was going to fucking succeed. Oh, like, numerous other right-wing social medias have also just, like, fucking died already. Also, didn't the dude that runs Telegram just get arrested or something? Granted, most people don't even probably know what Telegram is. Like, shit, I forgot it existed. And I actually knew it existed. Ugh. That doesn't surprise me, honestly. It's like, I'm pretty sure WhatsApp is more popular in Asian countries. WhatsApp is still running around as well. Like, in the news talking about the Twitter ban in Brazil, they brought up both WhatsApp and Telegram. Which both had the exact same thing happen, but got unbanned eventually. So wannabe phone DMs. Shit, there was another one for, like, fandoms as well? I can't remember the fucking name of. Which was just, like, a toxic dumpster fire. So that kind of fell apart. Like, half the fucking popular YouTubers all advertised it. What the fuck? I don't remember the name of it. No, Tumblr is its own dumpster fire. But it wasn't Tumblr, it was a phone app one. Tumblr is like a zoo. Tumblr is a zoo. It's its own weird thing. Not to mention they revel in just fucking trolling all the other social media apps, because, like, they did their own checkmark thing when Twitter is like, hey, you gotta pay to get your fucking posts read. So they just started clowning on them about it. Like, Tumblr at least knows what it is. It's well aware, and it revels in it. Oh, I don't think that was the name of it either. What the fuck was it? Driving me nuts. Hold on. See if I can find it. I didn't even know this is gonna bring it up. No, that's not what I wanted, you piece of shit. Amino! That's it. I think it was Amino. Like, I think Amino's technically dead because the same reason that Reddit has problems, the mods were fucking crazy. Like, fucking everybody advertised Amino when it was, like, just starting out. It's like getting a fucking Raid Shadowlands sponsor. To be fair, when you compress fan communities into one spot, it's going to have a big fucking mess. I don't know what the fuck they thought was going to happen. Like, it needed hard moderating from its staff, and that just never happened as far as I'm aware. They relied on people that were actually parts of the fandom to moderate, which is a bad idea. Ah, hey, get back here. I'm old, but not this old. Amino's not that old, dude. Shit, I think I was living in this apartment by the time Amino came out. So, not even like 12 years? Something like that. Probably much younger than that. Seems to still be around based on that search. At least it's still on Apple Store. Not that connected to phone app stuff. Fair. Like, I don't really pay much attention to phone apps. My phone can't run most of that shit. My phone's a piece of shit. If I have to run anything off of it like it's a phone, I use my iPod. I use my iPod or I use an emulator. Because quite frankly, the iPod's not that great either. That or that app was just a piece of shit and crashed constantly. Don't know which. Like right now, I think the only thing I'm using my iPod for is running audiobooks, because if I'm checking them out from the library, my Kobo won't do it. Mine will run audiobooks, just not library ones. Fucking annoying. Speaking of, I think one of my ebook holds went through. I have to check later. Also, the case for my e-reader is starting to wear out, and I only had the thing a couple months. My phone was a weak piece of shit when I originally got it, because I didn't need anything crazy. Like, the whole reason I got a cell phone, because I would have been fine without it, is just because I needed it for Twitch affiliates. But you had to have two-factor authentication. They replaced the Ricochet, and I am not a fan of that animation. That animation's so boring by comparison. Ah. Question is, what is the Dragoon doing? Like, sir, why is this taking so long? You. Oh, so it just actually sucks right now? Which is weird, because I've seen Dragoons do, like, actually decent damage. This one just isn't, as far as I can tell. Holy shit, stop targeting me, bitch! Along with Ninja. To be fair, Ninja being underpowered after an expansion's not a new thing. Like, that's just fucking Tuesday. Those healers where they just assume everybody knows what the fuck they're doing. Don't be this level of stupid. Oh, and it's a scholar. Yeah, no, that pretty much explains it on its own. Scholars have been like the absolute fucking worst. Dude, I've had groups fucking die like 4 or 5 times now. At the end of Wicked Thunder. Either due to the healers being too lazy to do their jobs, or too many players die just before that happens. So that we don't have enough bodies to take the damage. Every time I try to play Scholar, I end up getting paired with a fucking Sage, so I have to play Abomination Scholar. And I just hope the dumbass does their fucking job. Gonna go off. Do that. Nope, that didn't even go off. And see, why does that take fucking forever? It eats like half of its frickin' uptime. Just trying to get out. Reason for it is just the fact that the Sage gets a damage bonus. That's it. That's the sole reason. Yeah, it probably should be done a different way, but like, eh. Also, seriously, why is the tank not being healed? Is the tank not mitigating? Usually it's easier to see if, like, the healer's fucking up. I gotta stay down here. Fuck this. Fuck, I don't know. Like, you can't rely on the fairy to do everything. We're well past the days when Stormblood, you could just let the fairy do all the work. Hey, just go do your damn job. Like, Tank's clearly using cooldowns, considering I'm seeing certain things come up. And I think this is entirely on the Scholar being shit. The shield healers have been, like, the notoriously fucking bad ones as I've been going through. The white mages have just been pulling that, oh no, I've been impaled moments. Where they just don't fucking heal themselves and then die to a full room AoE. because I have games I bought and just haven't played in years. Whoops. That's about right. Okay, I don't think I have enough time to move there. Also, based on this enmity, either this dragon sucks or you guys are right and they're just really underpowered right now. Cause like, I'm Machinist. I know Machinist is like, out of the 3 physical range, does a little more damage, but like, yeesh. Why are you guys stacking on top of each other? Well, time to not pull the enemies correctly. Oh, I already have that? What? Oh, I didn't check my gear after. Right. Well, that's encouraging. Already have aggro. I can pull this thing around the corner. It's not that hard, tanks. Jesus fucking Christ. It's not that hard to do this pull correctly. Y'all just refuse to. I can get away with this for a few seconds. Like, we're not hitting the cloud trap because we physically can't tank. Oh, speaking of, the tank's about to fucking die again. Yep, the tank's dead. Hooray! Holy shit, this scholar is ass. So, sir, I have to ask, why didn't you use, you know, hollowed ground? You had more than enough time. You were bleeding very slowly. Some of the icons have changed, and now I don't recognize them anymore. Although, holy fuck, my flamethrower is actually back up. And yes, I know I'm holding onto the robot. Rather not waste it on trash mobs. Especially when they're almost dead. Quite frankly, I shouldn't even be getting it off of these.
Prove you are worthy to rule. Chronicles of Air. Return the hunger of roiling waters.
Neighbors, what the hell are you doing up there?
Chronicles
Please
of
don't
Air.
stomp on your balcony, it's so
Recount the
loud.
fury of erupting beaks. I will take the measure of your resolve. Implacable strength of the mountain, be mine!
Also, game, fight me on picking those up. How the fuck did I get that one? I was a mile away from it. Got it.
Spirit of my brethren, your thunder roars! That you should endure my fury.
Also, stay up long enough for me to get the bomb off.
Chronicles of Hell, record the cruelty of merciless storms.
That's a whole lot of not doing your fucking job there, healer. It's wild, because, like, Scholar got AoE upgrades this expansion. We're not in the realm of... We're not in a realm reborn where Scholar sucked ass at AoE. Also, now you have forgiveness on it. The server assumes your spell's gonna go off, it actually just gives you the shield. Fucked up. I hit a stumble a tad too soon. Not that it matters. Like, I'm the only one doing damage, apparently. Because fuck, this is taking way longer than it should. On the border of actually getting the wind attack to go off again. Man, 25-minute queues and that's what I get. Fuck. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break. I think I have enough water. I just need a bathroom break. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to run some ads. And then we're going to do at least one more Worqor Zormor run. And hopefully get a better team. Yeah, I'm going to put the cam on. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Hold on. There we go. Got a marshmallow stick. Are you afraid of me? Because I vaguely remember owning Talisman. Oh god, the queue time's even worse. Oh, I set it to leveling. Yep. Not leveling roulette. Worqor Zormor. I don't remember much about it. That one might be like a single player game. Oh, Talisman Prologue and Talisman Digital Edition. Also, like, seems like almost every company now is making, card games. And I don't mean like trading card games, like just card games. It's Like, I keep hearing about new ones coming out all the goddamn time. I wonder if that one I just heard about recently got put into tabletop simulator. Not necessarily card battlers. Not sure how to refer this one. I can't remember the fucking name all of a sudden. I saw it on somebody's video and it sounded interesting. So I don't even know why I'm thinking of it, because I don't own Tabletop Simulator. Why did it do it that way? God damn it, Steam. Steam, why are you like this? Where? Right? Workshop. Jesus fuck, there's a lot of freaking mods for a tabletop simulator. It's almost painful how many there are. I started it by recent, and it's just like, see all 86,000 items. Half of these aren't even listed in English. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this? Hey, there's a Dungeon Dice Monsters mod? Thanks, I guess? Problem is, I can't sort these mods by full games. Yeah, the thing from Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, that weird, like, is it a couple episode filler? Where it's just like, here's a new game that uses the same cards. Like, it doesn't seem to matter how many times I hit filters on this. It doesn't fix this issue at all. And this is definitely, if you don't know what you're looking for, good fucking luck. Seriously, what the fuck was that game I was thinking of? All I remember is the whole plot to it was that the end of the world was coming up and you were trying to build your creature to survive as long as possible or get as many points as possible. I don't fucking remember. It sounded cool, but like, yeah, no, I can't remember. Can't remember the name of it. Oh, okay. So I mentioned the Arcadion first run-through video. It's on Wednesday, not Tuesday. So I was right, it is this week. That's what I get for scheduling things ahead of time. actually, like, focused on fighting games, I'd probably still be able to, like, play them. But, like, I took a break, and now I'm 36, and I can't get my hands to do this shit anymore. I just fucking can't. Not only that, but, like, fighting games are unnecessarily large file sizes. I don't understand why. Like, what the hell are you guys doing with them? I do watch Thanatos fucking play Street Fighter periodically, but that's about my interaction with the fighting game community. And well, keeping track of Guilty Gear, but that's because I was into BlazBlue and it's the same company. As far as I can tell, BlazBlue's like done. I think plot-wise they wrapped up. It's not an issue of me figuring things out. I understand how fighting games work. I just can't do the fucking movements anymore. I just don't have the patience to try to learn it again. It's like I don't have the patience to learn how to play basic League anymore. It feels wrong. Like nothing about the camera movement makes sense to me anymore, despite the fact that I played League for quite a while in the early days. Like no attempting it seems to fucking fix whatever the hell's wrong with my brain or what they changed in the settings. Because I think it's both me not remembering how to do it, and they changed something about the camera settings over the years. Though to be fair, 14's been running for a long-ass time and has done similar shit. That's why you don't see my character name over my head. This used to be the default, and I just couldn't be bothered to change it. Yeah, I think the last time I tried playing, like, regular League, I was playing ARAM, and I was playing like shit. Like, League is on my computer solely for TFT, and that is it. Also, it is wild that it's so ingrained to fucking stream cheats on League that people do it in TFT where you don't get anywhere near as much information. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, people. Like, the funny thing is, I still pay attention to, like, League periodically. I'll watch, like, matches or, like, random ranked matches and stuff that people record and then post on YouTube. Just because I find it interesting, but, like, I can't physically play it anymore. I'm just not capable of it. Also, I played like an asshole to begin with, because my mains were Teemo, Kennen, and Cassiopeia. And like, Sona and Leona in bot lane. Yeah. League's been around so long that like, the main content creators that were popular have all like cycled out at this point. Just kind of happens when a game runs for fucking forever. In the case of 14, I will keep playing it until the game dies, stops uploading content, or my hands physically can't do it anymore. I'll probably never be fucking famous for 14, because, like, everybody and their fucking grandmother plays it now, and that's actually hurt my numbers. I stopped playing the card game. I tried playing the card game a bit. What was it? Legends of Runeterra or something like that. I tried playing that for a tiny bit, but, I don't think I ended up actually playing against real people, just the AI. I like card games, but yeah, it has a card game. It's not built into the League client, though. It's built into their launcher. It doesn't run like normal card games either. It's a bit different. So, like, if you're used to, it's not aping Hearthstone. It's kind of doing its own thing. But yeah, no, it's had a card game for quite a number of years now. You basically, like, build a deck around a couple of specific heroes, and then just go to town. And then the heroes have, like, upgrade conditions. Yeah, it's not aping Hearthstone or Shadowverse, which does the exact same thing as Hearthstone, just anime. It's not too bad either, if you can get over how just, like, odd it is compared to all the others. It's also not really mimicking Magic either. Like I said, it's doing its own weird little thing. Also, I haven't played Marvel Snap in a couple days. I really should get back to that. They should be swapping to a new battle pass soon, I think. I think it said it had like a couple days left on it. Also, I was trying to teach Thanatotes Marvel Snap. I have reaffirmed two basic things. People completely underestimate what the fuck they're doing. Overestimate what the fuck they're doing, and they can't do basic math. Because, oh my god. The number of times I've gotten double points off of the fucking match because somebody didn't bother to math things out correctly and were guaranteed to lose is insane. And I'm not even that far through yet. I'm still dealing with all the newbies. I'm only at, like, silver right now. But it just reaffirmed what I already knew. People can't do basic math and people overestimate their fucking abilities. And people are inevitably, if not, stupid. They will inevitably do the dumbest thing possible. I'm finally at a point with that game where I'm starting to get some of the weirder cards. I got one that you can't play after turn 3 that locks your ability to play anything in that slot, but it's a 1/7. And I need, like, other cards. I think I need a movement deck to really make that thing shine. Kinda wish I'd bought that Miles Morales card early. But also, like, they fucking price gouge the shit out of that game. You can buy cards earlier and get, like, variants and stuff. But you're paying, like, 20 to, like, 70 bucks for a package. It's dumb. It's so dumb. But at least with that game, it, like, doesn't matter as much. It doesn't... You don't open packs like you do with other card games. Like, inevitably, you will have every single card as long as you just play enough. So, playing card games against other people, I always get nervous. I don't know what the fuck that's about. I don't know why. Like, even though I'm making progress in Marvel Snap, rank-wise, I'm just, like, still too nervous to play against real people. And it's not like it has a chat system, either. I don't know where the fuck that comes from. Like, Unless it's a third-party program, most card games don't allow you to talk to your opponents. They allow you to emote spam, but not talk to your opponents. Also, with Marble Snap, I keep running into locations I haven't seen. I didn't realize there was one that destroyed all other locations until it fucking nuked one of my cards. Yeah, you already talked to me on Discord. What you fucking saying? I'm also like, I'm too tired usually to ever bother trying to get the Discord to talk. I'll post things when I feel like it, but boy do I not have the energy to try to get y'all to be social. I can barely do that on stream. Forget about doing it offline. It's like, the stream's not on, I don't feel like putting energy into it. Oh. Finally. Alright, what am I stuck with? Samurai. Geared samurai. And nod and shake your head. God damn it. Hank, keep moving, please. This feels slightly better. Hank's not fucking dying constantly. Game, fuck you. Is that one fatal? Can I eat this? Yeah, no, it's fine. It really doesn't matter. Cause like, the tree in the other dungeon is a one-shot. Like, as long as I don't get a hit again, who the fuck cares? I'll get all my HP back by the time we get to. Alright, the healer can do that. Never mind. Sure fucking feels like that, holy shit. Also, Highline, how's it going? Also, why are these things giggling when they get frozen? I think I did the Picto version of teabagging a party member. Okay, hold the fuck up. Gotta look at that later. Wait. Sam, why the fuck did you do a dash back there? What was the point? Like, no, I'm actually confused. Dude, what were you doing? I'm actually gonna use this here just because I have so much fucking meter right now. Normally I wouldn't. Right now, yes. Okay, I'd actually criticize for the tank being, like, kind of on the verge of death here, but, like, this fight just kind of sucks. These things have tank busters, they don't indicate. I do really shitty fucking damage. Like, when I was healing in here, I'd have the tank suddenly be low, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Oh, right, these things just take really big chunks out of you randomly. Not. Yeah, except that one's like particularly fucking awful. The others I usually don't see a problem with. That one... it has a couple, but like, those ones like take out a quarter of your fucking HP with a single swing occasionally. I'm just like, why? Why are you doing this? Guys, seriously, what are you doing? Holy shit! What was that? Also, my end mini is fucking ludicrous. My gear is not that good right now. Like, it could be better. What the fuck? I didn't really make sure my gear was like heavily synchronized with the max eye level before I started leveling everything. Some things got a bit of extra new gear. Most didn't. Physical range didn't. Casters already had basically perfect gear. Like, the only advantage I have here is my weapon. I actually have to replace a couple of my gear pieces. Fuck was that extra thing? Yeah, it's multi. I seriously unlock 3 things here. I think they're all traits. Oh! Oh, right, I have stacks now. Level's actually like technically lower than the samurais, and yeah, no, I have higher enmity on bosses. Healer, we don't tank, just pull. Dude, you don't have to fuck around and wait for the goddamn dude to catch up. I think he's partially bad because for some reason he backdashed when he didn't on the first boss, when he really didn't have to, and I don't know why. It's like entirely unnecessary and it's not like it does damage. To be fair, I've seen fucking Machinists who literally will not use their bomb or the queen. I'm just like, bruh, you're doing absolutely no damage. What are you doing? that at level 100. I was just like, what the fuck? This is taking forever. And it turned out he just wasn't using half of his fucking kit. Machinist is nowhere near as complicated as it was during frickin' Heaven's Ward. Like, guys, it's not that difficult. Go with your theory, F. Okay, in PvP, I am genuinely cracked as Machinist. I get good fucking numbers.
Prove you are worthy to rule. Chronicles of Hell. Recount the fury of erupting beasts.
But like, PvP, the kits are technically easy to use for the most part. Except like Vipers right now, because it has an outplay button.
Chronicles of Hell. Return the hunger of roaring waters.
Also, why did we get 2 stacks of Drill Bioblaster exactly? Let's see, what were you hoping to accomplish with that? I don't understand it. Like, what an odd change. Might be missing something from later to really understand what the fuck's going on. Seriously! Samurai, why do you keep backdashing? Why are you wasting meter?
Be mine.
Fuck's sake. You guys are really not fucking helping, you know. Fuck's sake. Sage, just fucking go anywhere else, dude. Like, stop standing on top of each other, idiots. Fucking hell. Maybe, but he's then proceeding to do the dash in, so like, if he's misclicking, what the fuck is he doing? Like, he clearly knows he's doing it.
That you should endure.
Usually when you misclick, you don't immediately respond with the correct answer.
Chronicles of Hell. Record the cruelty of merciless storms.
Like, he's doing the backdash, and then I don't think he's doing the ranged attack that comes with the backdash. I don't know. I have some of my animations turned off, so I can't see everything. The backdash is really obvious, because he keeps fucking moving. Fuck's sake, man. Still went faster than the last one, but like, what, Sam, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, it gave me the weapon. I think I already have this, or I got rid of it. It doesn't do me any good. Again, I have Vanderbilt weapons. Okay, that's actually synced up. Never mind, my gear's not as... Oh, right. The rings are kind of shit. The main pieces are fine. Everything else is kind of all over the place. There we go. Might be time to call it for the day. Okay, apparently I didn't restart this somehow. Game. Also gotta give this retainer gear. It can wait. I haven't given the other ones gear that I've capped yet. Alright. That's gonna be it for me today. It's almost dinner time. And well, today's stream was intended to be cap my tomes because I fucking didn't bother doing it the rest of the week. And then I got instant queues almost every single time. So it didn't take me as long as it should have. Well, thank you for showing up. Today was a really chatty stream, honestly. It's nice to have that once in a while. Oh, right. Lion said he did the equivalent of teabagging. Hold up. Dude, what did you do? Doing M1 raid via duty finder. Second picto near the end separates himself from the group and gets the stack marker and dies from being alone and didn't bother to move to the group to share damage. So I slowly slide over to their dead body and circle around them while doing polishing hammer. God damn it. Lion, what the fuck? Yeah, no, that's basically the equivalent of teabagging for a pictomancer. Seriously, though, M1 and people still don't know what a damage split is. Fuck's sake. At least it happened to somebody besides me for once. At least it wasn't a multi-hit one, because, yeah, good luck with that when it starts firing randomly. Also, it's not like the damage split indicator's all that hard to read. It's literally an AoE that's pointing to itself. That's pointing to the dead center. Though, I do have to question why that one time when somebody with the damage split marker died before it went off, why everybody decided to pile into it. It was still on his corpse. You didn't have to split the damage with a corpse. I don't know, man. Shit, I think that one was on stream, too. I think that's happened, like, twice now. Both of which I think were on Honeybee, because of course they were. Anyway, yeah, no. I should go get food, or at least pretend like I'm setting up for dinner. Tomorrow will be the usual reset day stream. So, basic grades, expert, and then leveling machinist with whatever extra time there is. There's 14 VODs going up Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday, and the first of the Dredge VODs is going up on Friday. And I've got to set up more VODs because I set up 5 the last time I did the work, but that's only like a week right now with how I'm scheduling things. And hopefully they're all set correctly after that one went out at midnight when it wasn't supposed to. I did check. They should all be set to the right time now. I don't know what happened with that one. It's also like, whatever, I didn't care enough to fix it. It was out. It was out. It was fucking done. Ugh. Also, I gotta figure out what game to play next. Like I said, I was gonna do it as a Twitch poll, and then I found out Twitch polls only last for 10 minutes, which doesn't help me. It's between Ender Lilies or the first Momodora, in case anybody's wondering. I have both sitting on Steam. I have both Momodoras, actually. But, I was gonna put it up to a vote, but now I either have to set up on a completely separate website or just pick on my own. It's whatever. I may just pick on my own because I'm pissing around about it. Can you not do a Discord vote? The thing is, I'd like it to be a bit more open than just on Discord. Plus, it's like pulling teeth to get anybody even notice Discord messages. So despite the fact that there's like, what, 30 people on Discord right now, they'll probably only get like one vote. Like, there is a way to do it with Discord, but it's just, just get a website to flip a coin for you. I could technically do that, yes. But I think the one I used last time I put for something up to a vote, which was between Red Mage and Samurai, was a straw poll, but like, straw poll doesn't look the same anymore. I'm like, does it even function the same anymore? I could technically do a Google poll, but that's a lot of fucking extra effort for not much gain. Yeah, no, it's just the interactivity with Discord. I'm just like, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it may just come down to a coin flip. It's not like either of them's all that big of a file size. I could technically just download them and do the coin flip on stream if I wanted to. They're very small games. Well, file size-wise. They're Metroidvanias. They're probably massive. And I don't know much about either of them. I've only played like a tiny bit of the first Momodora, and I haven't looked at anything related to Ender Lilies at all. Yeah, no, I'll figure something out. Yeah, no, I think that covers it though. So, that'll be it for me today. Thanks for coming, guys. I'll see y'all next time.